How's it going, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Crypto Clout. I am your host, FaZe Crypto, and today we are doing a live stream and talking about the current cryptocurrency climate. It seems as if that shoot to the moon that we were seeing Bitcoin going on earlier this week, well established, pretty ingrained now. I mean, you look at the chart and it pretty much speaks for itself. We are in a new sort of hemisphere. We've entered into sort of a new idea with the crypto space. We really haven't had this sort of conversation since I'd say around June of 2018, and even then it was short-lived. So seeing where we go from here on out is definitely going to be pretty interesting. Shout out CryptoNod86. Shout out Rip a Pro to the moon. How you guys doing? So it is an interesting climate to look at the cryptocurrency space. I mean, personally, makes me nostalgic already for February when you could pick up a Bitcoin for little to no no expense compared to, I mean, $8,000 is a bit harder to acquire a full Bitcoin for obvious reasons, but I think that sort of does have an appeal. I mean, with that, when it was at $3,000, I think people sort of had a way of sort of just sweeping it under the rug, like, oh, it's something that maybe is more affordable, so less attractive. Maybe they'll buy it in the future. But I mean, when we talk about accessibility, does play a big role. But this article right here, Bitcoin Billionaires, by Ben Mesrich, review the tale of the Winklevoss twins. And if you've ever seen the movie The Social Network, you'll remember the Winklevoss twins, tall, preppy Harvard students, both played by Armie Hammer, who also happened to be Olympic oarsmen and who ended up suing Zuckerberg for allegedly stealing their idea to make Facebook. Zuckerberg eventually settled for the legendary 65 mil. In the film, they were portrayed as fatally ridiculous comic relief, personifying the establishment against which the geeks triumphed. No doubt then they were eager to be interviewed for this book in which they are the heroes. So it's definitely interesting to see how the Winklevoss twins have made sort of a name for themselves. How's it going, Script Skynet? Nice to see you in the chat. I mean, I am interested in just following the Winklevoss' story. I mean, and this is definitely an interesting chapter in it for anybody who's interested in that sort of thing. But moving right along, Nvidia stock spikes as Bitcoin bulls return. But I want to know what you guys think. So definitely let me know in the chat where you guys expect to see Bitcoin and the like going from this point moving forward. It is very exciting, just to see how the community has responded. I mean, I am very excited just to see, how the cryptocurrency space has been developing. And I'm actually going to be posting a lot more. Probably be posting the first video of the day on my new channel. So if you guys want, make sure that you guys go and subscribe. You guys could go and follow that link and subscribe to the new channel. And we'll be talking about the different things that have been happening in the cryptocurrency space over there on the new channel. So definitely excited to see. I'm actually just paying attention to how Tron has been coming right along. I think that the way that the cryptocurrency space has been making some interesting developments. In particular, the establishment. I mean, yeah, Neo. I think the smart economy is a legend. Is legendary. I think that the smart economy, especially how it's been building, leveraged on an international scale. I mean, China, all these different things, really are not to be misunderstood. I mean, I see the future of the Neo and all these different things as intrinsically connected at the hip. And I think that especially, I mean, Neo is really undervalued right now. I made the mistake of holding on to some Neo back when it was like $100, and I'm just sort of waiting for Neo to climb back out of the hole. I mean, $12 for Neo is pretty ridiculous when you consider where it's going to be headed in the future. But I mean, when we look at how Bitcoin has been, rumor confirmed Bitcoin coming to 60 minutes. So, I mean, that's a whole other crowd of people. I think that right now we are witnessing Bitcoin coming back from the dead. That's definite. I think that, it definitely goes a lot. I think, so, I mean, Neo is probably a perfect example of not being, not being too FOMO-ish when making decisions. I mean, it definitely does go to show you why so many people have eBay accepting crypto. Yep, that's definitely interesting as well. We've got Lil Pump accepting Bitcoin now on too, which is definitely interesting. I mean, goes in alignment with the sort of narrative that we've been talking about with like celebrities and all these different different players getting involved in the cryptocurrency space, which does go, XRP. XRP's definitely one that I'm very excited about seeing, how XRP is going to be. But yeah, so I mean, let's get right into the meat and bones of the live stream. I think we've got a lot of people here now. So, I mean, we could pretty much go in and talk about how, I think that these things are going to be playing out. And I think we're in like a next stage of, cryptocurrency adoption at this point, and we're really starting to see a key shift in the cryptocurrency sort of narrative that's been developing, which is definitely interesting to see how it's been happening in real time. Definitely very exciting to see. Bitcoin price touches 8,100 as Coinbase announces support for XRP. So, I mean, I think that anybody can tell what's coming next, how these different variables have been, developing right along the line. And I'm actually considering making some videos in the future that will basically cover, to a large extent, we'll be able to talk about how the space has been developing in a way that I think is going to be really setting the model up for the future. I mean, you look at how Litecoin has come. I mean, the fact that it's $96 and it's only been such a short amount of time. I know a couple friends of mine are making some serious profit off of Litecoin right now, just because it was one of those cryptos that was massively undervalued, and it really does give you that sense of how people are able to really, if they make the strategic decisions, and you can move without fear just because you're driven by logic and understanding and all these different things, then yeah, I mean, the cryptocurrency space does remain a very interesting space where you can make a lot of profit if you know what you're doing. But at the same time, there's plenty of people who fail to really take advantage of a lot of the different things as they present themselves in the space, which I think is what drives a lot of people to not find success and so forth. But yeah, we've got NEM coming up as one of the top performers at the time of making this video. Verge as well. Very interesting to see how the privacy cryptocurrencies have been sort of affecting the space, and I think that it's only going to go further from here in that same extent. So I mean, it is very interesting to see just how the space has been developing, and what cryptocurrency how cryptocurrencies are regulated. I don't think you guys care, but Facebook coin could drive a mass adoption of crypto, study concludes, which I think this is something that we've been talking about at lengths on this channel for sure. A new Binance research report on the evaluation of stablecoins released on May 15th, 2019 underscores the mounting interest of large companies in stablecoins. Allegedly, these companies are already creating stablecoins and other tradable blockchain-based crypto asset instruments. Thus, they are integrating blockchain technology into their digital wallets and payment systems. Stablecoins minted by large companies such as Facebook could significantly disrupt the payment and crypto industry worldwide, the study concludes. Imagine the implications if Facebook starts using its allegedly planned digital coin for payment purposes across messengers, WhatsApp, and Instagram, according to the report. There's these financial companies, e.g. Facebook or Samsung, are likely to be less risk adverse than traditional financial companies and have greater incentive to distribute the payments industry. And I think that this does sort of paint a picture of what the future could look like, as far as how social media is going to sort of clamp down on the space, and exactly what we could expect to see. I mean, this is definitely an interesting thing that I always try to keep my eye on. Private with a central authority, the blockchain would be immutable by design, e.g. Facebook controlled the majority of the nodes and would solely be used as an accounting system to avoid double payment issues, yada yada. But still, I mean, it is sort of a look into what mass adoption could actually look like, and how a lot of these different things are going to be playing a key role in especially where we'll be expecting and of course this is interesting as well: ban Bitcoin before it disempowers our foreign policy. Bitcoin is now the topic of most financial conversations, including those not in the cryptocurrency sector, and this has made the popularity increase and the price soar even higher. The coin successfully hit and crossed $8,000 mark, and even though it's been fluctuating since then, the increase by 2,000 within a few days is something people just can't stop talking about. However, not everyone is excited about the wins in the crypto market, and some would rather see it eliminated. Does Bitcoin threaten the dollar? Brad Sherman, a U.S. congressman with the Democrats, has openly stated his dislike for cryptocurrency and has called on other members of Congress to outrightly ban the use of Bitcoin and all other cryptocurrencies. According to Sherman, cryptocurrencies pose a threat to the U.S. and the financial power of the dollar in the international scene. During a recent meeting of the House of Financial Services Committee, Sherman says, an awful lot of our international power comes from the fact that the U.S. dollar is the standard unit of international finance and transactions. It does sort of give you an idea of if Bitcoin goes down, I think we'll see a massive alt session. Altcoin season, I think, is on the horizon. Regardless, I think from the trends that I've analyzed, I mean, we certainly do see, a massive interest in Bitcoin is usually followed by the altcoins getting their day, getting their due, which I think is definitely going to be making a big, wave. I mean, notwithstanding, I think that we could see some pretty interesting things happening. I mean, we've got Cardano is definitely an attractive altcoin. I think the 10-cent altcoin is definitely potential in the future. You think Drumpf is pushing us into the crypto space without even knowing it, adding those tariffs. That's a pretty common thing that I've been seeing around, people discussing as well. But at the same time, I mean, I think it sort of is business as usual. And I think that the different powers that have say in that are certainly all interconnected. I think that the interests are sort of connected at the hip. In a large extent, the more of these things that continue to go, I mean, I think that the administration that comes next is going to promote crypto just by, if you look at if someone like Bernie or something like that happens, then of course cryptocurrency is going to be flooded with people who just, just don't basically support certain things. But Ripple can't be ignored anymore with so many financial giants involved. The price of Ripple XRP's cryptocurrency is finally beginning to reflect the tremendous amount of partnerships and developments Ripple has accomplished over the course of 2018 and beginning of this year. XRP is currently trading at 0.43 after finally breaking above 0.30 on May 11th, representing a 40% plus increase in just 5 days. This is significant considering XRP traded around 0.30 for much of 2018 and most of 2019. And I think, we are seeing a lot of interest, going XRP's way. And I think that as, these crypto space continues to develop, it'll be a great advertisement for the cryptos that aim to accomplish the similar things that, XRP has been aiming to do. So, I mean, that's about it. I mean, that's the news for today. Now, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. I'll probably be posting a bonus video on the other channel. So definitely, I'll put a link to that. Make sure that you guys go and meet up with us on the other channel. Make sure that you guys go and subscribe. Financially independent youth. That's sort of. But yeah, I'm definitely excited to see what XRP is going to be accomplishing for itself in the future. I mean, it is definitely one of the more interesting cryptos. I mean, of course, Bitcoin and all the others are very interesting as well. Any crypto that I could make money off of is interesting. But yeah, all that being said, make sure that you guys go and follow us on Twitter, and make sure that you guys go and subscribe to the brand new channel, which should be up and running pretty soon, so stay ready for that. XRP since birth. Well, you're new to the channel. I'll make you a moderator. If anybody else wants to be a moderator, put a M in the chat. But yeah, I mean, no, I'm not doing anything with this XRP. You could be a moderator too because you put an M in the chat. But no, I'm not doing anything new with this channel. We're just going to keep doing the cryptocurrency stuff. I just really want to branch out to a new channel just for fun, just so that I can make content that's more in alignment with Color All. You're already a moderator, so. But if you got XRP in your name, I'll make you a moderator as well. But yeah, all that being said, I'll put a link to the new live stream in the description. But hope you guys have a good day. See you guys next one.